Hey guys and gals, Sabotage here. If you're looking for dank frags or me doing retarded things in spaceships, you clicked on the wrong video. Something I don't really talk about much is what I do to make money in EVE Online. So while my main passion is PvP, I also do a bit of market industry stuff on the side, and I often spend some time looking for opportunities in the market. So this video is about a very specific niche in EVE Online. There's so many misconceptions about how to make money in Eve. People say invest in Plex and, all these ridiculous things about it. But like anything you've heard from anybody, if they've told you, it's often way too late or, it's not really, it's all about timing to make money. So the first thing to making money is you have to identify an opportunity and you have to act. So, in that way, it's the same thing as, PvP. If you see an opportunity, you act. And if you act with enough initiative and quickly enough and you get ahead of everybody, then you get to do what you want while everybody's reacting to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you about an opportunity that I found in the Eve online market that I believe will increase in value. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you about this potential market and be honest and upfront with you about where I got in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to post in the comments below what price I got in at. And what I want you guys to do, what I want you to do is if you invest as well, I want you to leave a comment below in the comments section telling me what price you got in at. If you got one or you got a couple or at what price. What hopefully will happen is at the end of like a couple weeks or a month, I'll have a bunch of comments, and then at the end of 3 months, we'll have a list of people that either got rich or made like a bunch of money off this, or a list of people whose hopes and dreams I've crushed, my own included. I think that would be just something interesting to try. So the market I'm talking about is the glacial skin market, the glacial drift skin market, rather. So the easiest way to find it is you could just, type in 119 in the browser and hit search. And you can see, there's apparel. Don't care about that. What we do care about is skins because people don't, clothing, whatever. We can't really interact with each other, so it's no biggie. You can't see my clothes unless I like screenshot it for you, or you look at the static pictures. So nobody cares about that, but you can see my spaceship, and I can see my spaceship. Um, so the glacial drift skin market is what we're talking about here. So what CCP did during the 12 days of Yule event is they gave people a box if they logged in that day, and when they opened a box, each one could randomly contain one of these skins. I think people got like maybe like 2 to 4 of these skins total if they logged in for each of the 12 days. Let me know in the comments below if your results differed. And also everybody got what is it, the incursus. You can see there's a ton of them. You know, everybody got the incursus, the Punisher. You know, there's 4 frigates that everybody got. So everybody got the incursus, Rifter, Punisher, and Kestrel. And I think they also got the Venture. Yeah, so you can see these prices are pretty cheap. So there's a lot of those that exist. So the thing about the glacial drift skin is it looks, kind of cool. If you look at it, you look at the caracal, it looks all shiny, it looks pretty badass, and you compare it to the other ones. The other ones are just kind of, dull and bland, but the glacial drift one looks kind of cool. I mean, I don't know, let's choose another one, an auger. Look at that one. So they look a bit different, and it's not your, traditional patterns, like block patterns for Eve, very simple stuff. It's a bit different. I think some of them look really cool. Like I said, the caracal looks the coolest, I think, out of all of them, and the price reflects. But yeah, so I think these skins look pretty cool. So um, so what I did is I started buying these when they were 5 million each off the Jada market because I thought they looked cool, and I was gambling on their value increasing. So you could see like right now, the Eve market's really slow now, but see, I'm buying them. I just let's update this order while I'm here. Yeah. So I started buying these skins when they were 5 million ISK each off the Jita market because I thought they looked cool. And you can see the price, that one was 14 million. Problem doing this live is that it takes forever for the market to update. This is 13 million. Caracal's at 40 million now. So you can see the various prices. What's a cheap one? Let's say Magnate. Yeah, so 6.5. Be a probe. 8. So you can see, like, I got in at 5, and the price is, doing nothing but going up. You can see a lot of these different skins. There's not that much quantity left on the market. Like, look at this 19 at 48, 10. But it's a lot of ones. These burn off over time. So I started buying them at 5 million each. So so if any of you keep up with financial tips in real life or news in real life, you'll often hear a financial tip getting pushed by like some trader or financial analyst telling you to buy something. If that message reaches even one person and that person buys, then this tip has had an effect in the market. So tips like this can often become a self-fulfilling prophecy of sorts, as when a large amount of people are competing to buy something, that price indeed does go up. But did the price go up because it was a good investment, or did it go up because people taking the tip bought and put upward pressure on the price? So it's usually a bit of both. And the question that the investor has to ask, and answer is how much of each. Um, so what usually comes standard with this is that the trader or someone aligned, with aligned interests has already bought in advance. So either they think the price is going to go up, or they think that their financial clout is such that it will cause their audience to buy in droves. Um, so in this case, I have no financial clout in Eve. I've never made a video about Eve economics before, and full disclosure, I've already taken a position on this in advance with the hope that the price will increase. I got in at 5 million ISK. So, so saying all this, you should be skeptical, especially regarding a game like Eve. And your first question should be, you know, why are you telling me and not making this money yourself? So that's a good question, projection of myself onto you. And the reason is that A, this generally really will reach my subs first, and you'll have a chance to make it, hopefully a few ISK off this. And B, I've already taken my position, and I'm gonna only, invest a fraction of my assets on one investment, and I've already, I'm done. I don't really need, any to invest anymore in this. So, investing is just like ship piloting in Eve, and you don't invest more into a ship or an investment than you can afford to lose. Um, so to make a factual argument about why I think the price of these skins are going to go up, as opposed to warning you of the dangers of accepting internet spaceship financial advice from a dude named Sabotage, here are the reasons why I think the price will go up. Um, so first of all, it has YC119 in the name. This leads me to believe that they won't be giving them out next year for free, and increasing the supply and lowering the price. But who knows? Um, Pretty weak sauce argument, I know, but it's there. Secondly, there hasn't really been that many of these skins going through Jita. Like maybe, what is that, like 1 to 2K of each? Like it's not like a massive amount of these skins. Um, so I'm sure some of these got, applied because they're pretty cool. So the question is how much of these are left, right? How much are left in people's inventory? How much are on the markets in different places? On the markets, there's not that many. So items in low supply generally move towards their natural price, towards balance or equilibrium or whatever. Um, and I should make sure that I add that I'm not talking about. What am I not talking about? I'm not talking about the incursus, because you can see the incursus, there's way more of the incursus, and the price is, super low. I'm not talking about the Punisher, because that's also super low, price, because they gave out basically these ones to everyone. So incursus, Punisher, Kestrel, and Rifter. I mean, the price of these might go up, but I don't, like, look, there's 100 of this, So, I mean, you can go for it and buy out this whole stack right now, but I'm not going to do it. I think it'll take a long time to sell off because a lot of people have applied the skins they got already, and there's a ton more out there, I'm sure. Um, so speaking of price, what are these things worth? Well, until a few days ago, they were worth whatever somebody was willing to pay for them, which was hovering in the 5 to 40 million ISK range. The Caracal is 40 million ISK in different places now. It's been that where it's been there for a while. I'm not just saying that. I didn't manipulate the market to say that. You can look at the graph. It's always been around there. So it was always hovering, around the 5 to 40 million ISK range. But a couple of days ago, CCP released this. All right. So yeah, this only happened a couple of days ago. So it's like, oh, cool. They just released them on the store. I've invested in these, and now they have like a price that's pegged to the currency somewhat. So how much? And I looked, and 1,800 ARM. So 53 different ship hulls. Okay. After the Star Captain skin, second skin based on the new pattern projection technology. Ooh. So the important price here is, that they're 1,800 ARM. All right, so the price of these skins is 1,800 ARM, which is actually quite a significant amount. Because when you convert a Plex to ARM, you get 3,500 ARM from it when you convert it. Convert to ARM can be exchanged for 3,500 ARM. Okay, currency new 8 in store, and that's basically where you can buy the skins with ARM. So as soon as they basically said that they gave the skin a price in the store, 3,500 ARM from a Plex, that basically means that if we do a little rounding and I say it's 1,750 for the skin instead of 1,800, basically that means you would get two skins for one Plex, one Plex. So I'm going to simplify Plex prices to, let's say, they're a bit over 1 billion right now, but I'm going to simplify it to 1 billion. So for every, if you can get two skins from one Plex, or you can get a billion ISK, the value of the skin is around 500 million. This means that the value pegged for future skins is around 500 million each. It's a little more because it lost value when it did the rounding, but you get the point. So this isn't to say that they're worth 500 million ISK right now, but that the price will trend towards 500 million as the current supply of skins that were, given to people burns off the market. If every skin in the market was bought and none was put up for sale, then the next skin would come from people buying Plex, converting it to ARM, buying the skin, and putting it up for sale. So at that point, the price would be 500 million. Note that this price point is effectively infinity into the future, because you can guarantee that there's always going to be somebody else with some supply that they can, put down. So we have something of a ceiling, I guess, for price. Another draw for these skins is that they're one of the few ship skins that can be applied to noob ship. I think the Emperor has a couple that can be applied to it, but they're kind of this basic and plain, not like this. So if you want to have a noob ship, check out the Ibis. You want to have a noob ship that roams around in style, nice little shiny Ibis. This is the only skin that you could do it with. So that's another minor draw for the skin. So what are the risks? The risk is that CCP, does a major discount on the price of these skins, like what they did with the classic skins. So you see, like all the classic skins, they're all pretty, they're pretty cheap, 250. That's like super cheap compared to what they used to be. So that's a risk, right? The risk is that they're gonna decrease this at some point, and it might happen that they come up with better skins at some point, and that pushes the price down. Um, so so that's always a risk. But when I look at how much they cost compared to uh, their current ISK price, the current ISK price is pretty the heck? Give me two more. The current ISK price is pretty low in comparison, to the value. So let's say even if they cut the price of the skin down to like 300 Aurum, like the estimated price would be 500 million once it reaches equilibrium or somewhere around there. Even if they cut it to like 1/6, that's still like around 80 million each. So I still think that these prices are very low, um, according to their exchange rate into Aurum and Plex, if that makes sense. Um, So another risk is that they can give out these skins for free to everybody again. It doesn't really make sense that they're going to do this because they just announced it on their store. So it kind of, goes against the purpose of selling more skins and making their company money if they're just going to give their product away. But who knows? Companies do weird things. Um, and the final risk is that I'm somehow manipulating you to make bank on this. To be honest, I am in a way because it's the nature of financial advice that if I'm both invested in something and promoting it, I'm indirectly manipulating you to make money. But at the same time, you also make money. So the key, like in most things, is timing and understanding market pressures. So if you have a little extra S to spend on an investment and or ever want to own one of these skins to activate for your ship, I would buy one of these ASAP. Now don't go crazy and spend all your money on this. It's not a surefire thing and it might take a long time to pay off. Remember not to buy those frigates, the Punisher Rifter and Cursus Castro Venture skins, because there's a lot more of those out there than the other ones. Um, At present, the prices for the other skins are around 5 million for the cheapest and 40 million for the most expensive. Um, and the most expensive, I think, right now is the Caracal. So, as with all things on Eve, don't invest more than you can afford to lose. 500 is the 500 million is the ceiling, and like what we're seeing right now is kind of the floor. If you look at all the graphs, we're kind of right in that point. It's starting to go. It's starting to move up. So um, like I see all these looks, it's looking like they're all going to start going. So, um, in conclusion, out of all the things that I've said, the only honest thing that I can really say with some certainty is that these are going to go up in value from the current price. Um, Now, there's no magic sell number. There's no point. I'm not going to tell you, oh my God, get out now or whatever. Like this is not a financial service. I just think, you know, I just think these are going to go up, and some of you have the opportunity to get in now at a really low price. And if you want to do it together, we could see together how this turns out. Um, so that's it for this video. As always, thanks for watching, and please upvote if you like this kind of financial analysis, and feel free to tell me what you think of this investment in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe to stay up to date for all the latest Eve financial newsletters, and to check out my Patreon account that's linked in the comments section below if you want to support me in making more videos. This is totally not a scam. Sabotage out.